Yoga is the connection of mind, body, and spirit. When we take time for ourselves, we're better able to show up in our day-to-day lives, knowing that the tools we need are always within us, using our breath and our body as our guide. Hey everyone, and welcome to today's practice. My name is Brittany and I'll be guiding you today. Our focus for our practice is on digestion to help get things moving along. We'll start lying on our backs. We'll start with our feet to the outer edges of our mat, toes falling out towards the sides, and we'll bring the palms to rest on top of our belly. And feeling that rise and fall of our belly with our breath. Knowing that even in these moments of stillness, our body is still moving, processing, changing, and working unconsciously to maintain our general function, whether it's movement, sleep, our alertness. And maybe just noticing how we're feeling. Observing the noises happening around us. As we arrive in our bodies. We'll start with wiggling out the fingers and the toes, circling out through the wrists and the ankles. Observing if you're circling in a particular direction and then reverse that. Just observing how that feels through the body. And we'll take an inhale, reaching the arms up and overhead, legs to draw towards the top of your space. Take one big inhale here. And then on the exhale, draw one knee in towards the chest and then the other. Option to catch for behind the thighs or the tops of the shins, whichever feels more accessible today. And we'll pause here for a moment, checking in with our low belly. Maybe it's a little sensitive. And can we deepen our breath just a little bit here? You might find that a gentle rock from side to side feels really great. And being really slow and intentional with this movement. And the knees will come back through to center. We'll draw them out towards the sides of our mat and then in towards our armpits. Option to stay here today. Or maybe we take the index finger and middle finger around our big toe, Or maybe the palms catch for the outer edges of the feet. And then we might extend the heels up towards the sky, stacking our ankle and our knee. And you might even find a gentle rock from side to side in this posture feels really great in the body. And then we'll release the heels in towards our body. Knees come back through to center. We'll interlace our fingers over top of our left shin and then extend the right heel to the top of your mat. Rooting through the back of the right heel. And then draw the forehead up towards the left knee. Taking an exhale here. And then option to hover the right heel away from the mat. Observing our breath. And then exhale to lower. We'll take the right palm to the outside of the left knee, guiding it over towards the right side of our space, coming up onto the right hip, and then option to extend the left arm in line with the shoulder, or bending the elbow, finding a 90-degree or a cactus arm. Breathing in through the left side of the ribs, and feeling this length from our right knee up into our left shoulder. Inhale to come back through to center. Plant the left sole of the foot down onto the mat. We're shifting back onto our hips. And then draw the right knee in towards the chest. Interlace the fingers over top of the right shin. And we'll extend our left knee to the top of our space. So left heel roots down onto the mat. Left toes flex in towards the knee. And finding those soft belly breaths. And then we'll draw our forehead up to meet the right knee, gazing down towards the left foot, and then maybe hovering it away from the mat. Exhale, everything lowers back down. This time we're taking the left palm to the outside of our right knee as we draw the right knee over towards the left side of our space, coming up onto the left hip, and then option to extend the right arm in line with the shoulder or bending at the elbows, finding that cactus arm. Feeling this length through the right knee up into the right shoulder. And then inhale, we'll come back through to center, planting the right sole of the foot down onto the mat, bending through the left knee, planting the left sole of the foot down, and then we'll draw the knees in towards the chest. Palms can come behind the thighs, and if it's comfortable today, rocking along the spine. If not, rock onto your side, and we'll meet in a comfortable cross-legged seat at the top of our space. Taking a moment to settle in here, rooting through the sit bones, stacking the pelvis with the ribs, and then softening the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to start to find a little bit of a roll or creating circles through the spine. So on the inhale, you're going to open through the chest, draw the chest forward, rounding through the spine, and then on the exhale, round over towards one hip, through the spine. Maybe the chin comes in towards the chest as we open up towards the opposite side. So imagine that you're creating these circles through the body. And then reverse the direction of that flow. Maybe this changes the sensation through the body. Maybe it doesn't, and that's okay. And on our next inhale, we'll come through to a neutral spine. Reach the arms up towards the sky. And on the exhale, plant the palms in front of the body, fingers spread wide, rooting through the knuckle pads of the fingers. We'll stack the wrists with the shoulders and the knees underneath the hips. Taking our time to arrive in our tabletop. Option to tuck the toes underneath for a little more stability, a little more balance, maybe taking or alleviating some sensation through the knees. We'll take an inhale, extend the left heel towards the back of your space, and then the toes will plant down onto the mat. We'll find a gentle rock back and forth through the back line of the leg. And then bring the left knee down onto the mat. Inhale to extend the right heel back, toes plant down, finding that gentle rock here. And then inhale, right knee stacks back underneath the hips. Tuck the toes underneath, and on the exhale, sit bones reach up. Thighs press back. We're finding our first downward facing dog of our practice. Feet are about hip distance apart, rooting through the index finger and the thumb. Settling into this shape here. Observing how we feel. We'll take an inhale, reach the left leg up and back. Exhale to draw the left knee in towards the chest, round through the spine, plant the foot between the palms, and we lower the right knee down. On the inhale, arms to sweep up towards the sky as our left hip draws in, right hip draws forward. Option to keep the right toes tucked underneath for more balance, or maybe the top of the foot roots down onto the mat. Seeing what feels more stabilizing through your body. We'll take an inhale, reach the fingertips up. And on the exhale, we'll open up over towards the left. Take the back of the right palm to the outside of the left knee, and then maybe reach the left arm back, finding that openness through the chest. And then we'll slightly reach the left arm up, and then see if you can connect the left palm to the right palm, as if you're going to clap your hands together. And then on the exhale, open the left arm up, maybe at about a 45 degree. Seeing if we can stabilize here as we bring the palms to connect. And then exhaling to open. Just observing how this feels in the body. And then we'll exhale, open, and then pause here for one round of breath, taking that inhale and exhale. Inhale, palms will connect to reach the arms back up towards the sky. Exhale, palms plant down to the mat, frame the left foot, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, step the right foot all the way up to meet the left. Inhale, palm positions or thighs halfway lift. Exhale to fold. We'll catch for opposite elbows, rocking from side to side. And then the palms will plant down to the mat. Option here to walk, step, or hop to the back of your mat. We'll take an inhale through plank. And on the exhale, sit bones reach up, thighs press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest, round through the spine, plant the foot between the palms, and we lower our left knee down. Inhale to rise up, reach up. And then just checking in with the body here. We're stacking our right ankle and knee. And then on the exhale, opening the arms up towards the right side. Our left palm will connect to the outer edge of our right knee, reaching the right arm back, finding this openness through the chest. And then we'll begin to reach the right arm a little bit up, and then inhale, connect the palms together, and exhale to open. And just exploring this range of motion through our shoulders, feeling that stability and balance through the legs. Maybe finding a point of focus to help us ground. And the next time that we reach up, we'll pause for a round of breath. Inhale, we connect the palms together, reach them back up towards the sky. Exhale, palms plant down to the mat, frame the right foot, tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. We step the left foot all the way up to meet the right. Inhale, palms to shins or thighs, halfway lift. Exhale, soft bend of the knees as we fold, catching for opposite elbows. Find that rock from side to side. Feeling that length through the spine, softening through the back of the neck. And then the palms will plant down to the mat. Option here to walk, step, or hop to the back of your mat. We're taking that inhale through plank. Exhale, sit bones reach up, thighs press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches up and back. Exhale, left knee draws in towards the chest, round through the spine, plant the foot between the palms. And then we'll bring our right foot in just a little bit at about a 45-degree angle, keeping some space between the heels. And then on the inhale, we're going to rise up. So we're finding a warrior one stance. And you might find walking the right foot back feels better in the body. So we're trying to bring our hips towards the top of our mat, and it's okay if they don't fully come towards the top. And we're just checking in here for a moment. So hands can come to your hips. If you have blocks, you'll take one block to the outer edge of your left foot. And you might find a slight bend through the right knee, maybe through the left, feeling really stable and grounded through the feet. We'll take an inhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky. And then on the exhale, we're going to open up towards the left, and you might begin to lean forward. Seeing if you can stabilize through the breath. And you might find that bringing the right palm to the block as the left arm reaches up towards the sky is accessible in the body today, and maybe it isn't, so maybe the arms simply hover. Using our breath here. Trusting in your body, grounding through the outer edge of the right foot, meeting ourselves wherever we are today. And then we'll inhale, palms will come back towards center, reaching them up towards the sky. Exhale, bend through the left knee as the palms connect down onto the mat. Come up onto the tippy tops of the fingertips, and then begin to reach the right leg up and back. So we're finding our half splits. And you might find bringing blocks underneath the palms is more accessible, maybe staying up on the fingertips. And then exhale, right knee comes in towards the chest as we plant the foot down onto the mat. If we're bringing our block off towards the side, you can set it on the right side of your mat for the other side. On the inhale, we'll bring palms to shins or thighs, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. palms to plant down to the mat. Option here to walk, step, or hop to the back of your mat. Taking your inhale through plank. Exhale, sit bones reach up, thighs press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches up and back. Exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest, round through the spine, foot plants between the palms. We're walking our left foot in, pivoting it at about 45-degree angle. Maybe bending through our right knee as we inhale to rise up. And then just checking in with the stance in our body. You can play around with bringing the foot further back. It's okay if our left heel lifts. Maybe walking it in feels better in the body. So we're just observing the sensations on this side, drawing our hips forward. And if we are using our block, we'll bring it to the outside of our right foot. Checking in with this stance here. We'll bring the hands to the hips, maybe closing down the eyes so that we can root down through the feet. And then we'll inhale to reach the arms up. And on the exhale, opening up towards the right. Maybe the left palm hovers and we simply open through the arms. This might be where we want to stay, and that's okay. Maybe the left palm comes to the block, opening up through the right, finding this twist. You can also bring the left palm to the outside of the left shin. So finding this stability and balance in the body. You can even play around with the back foot placement where it feels more stable for the body. And finding that breath. Inhale to come back through to center. Palms will come back through, setting the block off towards the sides, and then we're bending through the right knee. Palms will plant a little bit farther in front of the body, coming up onto the fingertips. As we bend through the right knee, we'll begin to hover the left heel up and away, finding our half splits. You might fold over the leg. Maybe we find more height, and you might even bring both blocks underneath the palms of the hands. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend through the left knee, plant the sole of the foot down onto the mat. Inhale, palms to shins or thighs, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold. Palms to plant down to the mat. Option here to walk, step, or hop to the back of your mat. We'll take an inhale through plank, and then on the exhale, the knees come down to the mat. Tops of the feet to plant down, big toe mounds to touch, knees as wide as it feels comfortable, and we'll bring the sit bones back towards the heels. You can bring a block underneath the sit bones, or maybe bringing a block underneath the forehead for a little bit of height here, and then breathing into the belly. Breathing through the side body, and feel the ribs expand on your inhale. And the exhale as everything hugs back in towards the midline of our body. An option if child's pose is feeling accessible in the body today, maybe it's feeling really comfortable here. Option to stay here and hold this shape for a little bit longer. If this isn't feeling so great in the body, that's okay. Walk the palms in towards the body, head to rise up last. The knees will come through to center. And then we'll shift onto one side of the hips, extending the legs out in front of the body and coming into our traditional Savasana. So feet will come to the outer edges of the mat and we'll lower down onto our back. Bringing the palms to rest on top of the belly. An option here to keep a bend through the knees with the soles of the feet planted on the mat. If you have access to a wall space, it might even feel really nice just to bring the legs up the wall. Bringing our body into this rest and digest state. And taking this moment to observe, has anything shifted in our body? Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't, and that's okay. Maybe observing all the noises happening around your space. An option to stay here as long as it feels comfortable. When you're ready, in your own time, supporting yourself up into a comfortable seat with the eye gaze soft. And hands to heart center. We'll end with 3 deep breaths, either in through the nose and out through the mouth, or through the mouth if our nose is blocked today. So we'll take an inhale and exhale. Thank you so much for joining me for practice today. It was an honor and a privilege to guide you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.